Welcome into the Friday Night Sports Extra spread. To start you off here, we got some carbs, some good old-fashioned sesame seed buns. Next, we got some meat. What kind of meat is this?
That's pulled pork, baby.
Pulled pork. Do I need to turn in my man card for not knowing it just by the smell? Over here, we got some green stuff for the, I don't know, the Cal Bear fans. And then in here, we got some beans, the magical fruit, and of course, some cookies. Now, if you were looking for some service at a Coeur d'Alene restaurant tonight, you probably didn't get it because everyone was at the football game. Lake City hosting Colson Yankoff in Coeur d'Alene. Early on, Yankoff showing why he's going to the Huskies next year. Quarterback draw 19 yards into pay dirt. The Vikings are roaring the boat this evening. Yankoff dumps this one off to Caden Hagel, who sees nothing but land ho. Do Vikings say land ho? Is that historically accurate? The T-Wolves would hold steady at the goal line and force Coeur d'Alene to kick a field goal, 25 yards on the kickoff for Seth Harrison, and it's good. There wasn't much going on for Lake City in this game, but Bryce Butts going to fight Jace Holbrook down the middle of the field for a large gain there, but he gets brought down. Ultimately, the Vikings were too much for Lake City to handle as Caleb Baggerly takes that one to the house on a short run at the middle. Final for you in this one, 46-10, Coeur d'Alene.
So Jack just walked you through all the food we have, but we have an actual truck in our studio representing the tailgate theme. So we're not sponsored by Arby's or anything, but we have the meats, we have the highlights, we have a lot of fun going on. Gonzaga has the highlights for tonight. University of Gonzaga Prep, you know, hot chocolate's great, but I care about the popcorn. Gonzaga Prep on the move in the second quarter. Quarterback Connor Hallinan showed his speed all night. Play action, goes around the outside. It takes 4 guys to bring this guy down. Bullpups knocking, and Hallinan lofts this one up for Eric Floyd. He finds some blue end zone. G-Prep was up 21-7 at the half, and they keep pouring it on. Third quarter, Hallinan. Not easy to keep track of this guy behind University's huge D-line, but he finds the gap. Huge block by Casey Anthony, shakes off a tackle. He's free for 7 more. G-Prep rolls, dinner rolls, courtesy of Aaron Luna, on to victory, 42-14.
Got more.
And we got more. Mount Spokane and Rogers last night at Joe Stadium. I just got too excited. This one looking like football season. Brady Hill to Cole Hattenberg here. Takes it up the middle for 15 yards. 7-0 Wildcats in the second. And then it's Hill again. Play action. Rolls out. Finds some space so he can launch this one way up toward the end zone. Watch this, just through the hands of the safety to Ryan Van Wert. You get your celebratory dance on, Ryan. Another TD. Mount Spokane wins that one 42-0. And then it's Highlanders and Indians. This one, North Central driving in the first. Jake Healy, 20 yards up to Ashton Charlton. Almost said Charleston. He's got some open field. Miguel Resendez-Stowe, though, ain't going to let that happen. No touchdown for them. Comes flying off the line for the sack. Shadle Park taking advantage in the red zone. It's Carson Doyle to his buddy Xavier Wicks. We hear his name a lot on this show. He's trouble when he gets the ball, takes it all the way home. Shadle wins that one 38-35.
Listen, preppies. If it's sweets you want, we got you covered here at the Friday Night Sports Extra Tailgate Party. But if it's touchdowns, this next highlight, probably not for you. Let's get you to the action. CV at Meade. Like I said, this one has some points late, but slow going early tonight. You might fall asleep playing the drums. First quarter, it's Ryan Chan who heaves it up to Joe Heitman. He's going to come down with a big gain. That possession, although, would end in a turnover. Speaking of turnovers, second quarter, Chan again going to heave it up. This time, it doesn't come down as friendly fire. Comes down to the hands of a Bear. That's a Jace Edwards with the turnover. If you like turnovers, I got at least one more for you. Grant Hannon finds Micah Mason. Oh, you got to tuck it away, Mason. Jackson Matusik rips it away. Eventually, CV would go on to this one. Like I said, they scored points, but not until after I left. 33-17 Central Valley.
Unplanned board game going on here. We got the game Sorry going on, which is perfect today because this is Lisa, who went all the way down to L.A. to watch the Rams play the Seahawks. And I can't remember who won that game. I've been telling her about it all week, and so I wanted to say sorry about it. We also want to say sorry to Peyton Morris last week. LC number 63 wasn't on the roster, so we gave him a name, Big Bear. So, you know, we're back to having his actual name. Foggy night out at Joalby, and you know who's not afraid of it? Big Big Bear. And the LC Tigers taking on their rival Ferris tonight. Second quarter, or so first quarter, I should say. Jake Davis comes off the edge, going to take it down. Josh Villa, nice job by the Saxons. Still scoreless. LC driving. Ryan Mayer on the sweep, going to take it all the way. Oh, down to the 1 yard line. He's tripped up there. Next play, we're going to go Villa. Going to go shotgun, then he's going to go under center. Oh, sorry, we're still going to punch it in from the 1 right here. Tigers would go up 7-0 at that point. LC wins this one against their rival 28-0. Big Bear back in the highlights.
So back to the food. We're all talking about these meats. I'm not so much into the meat, but I think we have to give a shout out to our director for making this beautiful cowboy caviar. So good. All the greens. So classic, Rob. But we had some great games. It was out Cheney and West Valley at West Valley. We've got popcorn. We've got ices. Kid-friendly tailgating, okay? Things did not go West Valley's way to start. Kickoff into a fumble. Cheney special teams forces one here, but West Valley's defense holds. On the next drive, quarterback Matt Allen goes to Colin Sather, leaps for this 30-yard gain, and then some. He has a night tonight. Eagles in striking distance, handoff, and it's back to Sather. Flies into the end zone, and West Valley up 7-0. Why wouldn't you go back to him later on in the first? This time we see Blake Transu rolls out, and that grass is slick, stays up, and lift off way downfield to who else? Colin Sather. This was a 60-yard plus throw. Sather does the rest of the work. Great night for him. Great night for the Eagles. 41-7 victory for West Valley.
If you're watching our news earlier this week, I ate a donut on live television. So now I feel like just eating at every show. A little pulled pork.
Just opened it up.
Got some chips.
What kind of donut?
It was a chocolate one with sprinkles on it.
That's good. Lots of protein in that.
Yeah, a donut. A lot of zeros. We got a lot more highlights coming your way when we're done eating. Well, we're still going to eat, but more highlights coming your way. Friday Night Sports Extra continues.